Dungeons of Hinterberg is an action RPG developed by Microbird Games. The game takes place in the fictional town of Hinterberg, located in the Austrian Alps, and follows the exploits of the playable character, Louisa. Louisa is a charming but somewhat introverted protagonist, visiting the town of Hinterberg for a vacation to search for new adventures and experiences away from the monotony of her everyday life. You will primarily control Louisa from a third-person perspective as you explore a diverse array of 25 dungeons located across 4 different map biomes/locations. The gameplay blends several elements which include dynamic combat, dungeon crawling, puzzling, basic RPG mechanics, and light social sim segments. In the combat system, you'll engage in fast-paced, hack-and-slash action complemented by unique special attacks called attack conduits. Plus, you'll have access to a variety of different magic abilities. Here's what you can expect. The hack-and-slash mechanics will utilize swift and powerful light and heavy sword strikes to take down your enemies. The unique attack conduits you'll unlock throughout your journey will let you experiment with innovative movement and attack options. These conduits introduce exciting new techniques that keep the experience dynamic and help the combat stay somewhat fresh. You'll also get access to 2 distinct magic abilities that vary depending on the world or map you're exploring. This adds a layer of strategy and adaptability to your combat approach. All of these factors leads to interesting combat situations as you combine sword attacks and attack conduits with your magic abilities to create engaging and strategic combat sequences. The synergy between these elements enhances movement and fight mechanics, ensuring the battle remains exhilarating and fresh as you progress through Hinterberg. The puzzles you'll encounter are interesting in scale and difficulty the more you progress through the game's story, with the easier puzzles happening in the earlier dungeons and the harder puzzles happening in the later ones. Some of the puzzles will require the use of the magic abilities you've obtained, as well as manipulation of the environment around you to complete the task at hand. Overall, the puzzles are interesting and some can be quite challenging. However, for experienced dungeon puzzlers, you may find yourself breezing through them relatively easily, especially at the early to mid stages of the game. The RPG elements to this game come in the form of gear and weapon upgrades, as well as upgrading Louisa's base stats of HP, MP, and stamina. You'll find gear and weapons and chests throughout the various dungeons you visit, with the game rewarding your exploration with upgrades. You can also buy upgrades from different vendors in the town of Hinterberg. Investing in high quality gear can make a big difference and in my opinion is a more reliable way to upgrade efficiently. You'll also gain access to a weapon and armor attachment upgrade system, which allows you to add attachments to your weapons and armor. The customization can enhance your attack and defense stats, providing a way to increase your survivability in tough situations. Moving on to the social sim elements of the game, they are presented to the player in the evening after you have finished dungeoning for the day. Every evening you will have the choice of which NPC you would like to spend your time with. You will be rewarded with different perks and upgrades depending on who you choose. I found the evenings interacting with the town's inhabitants quite relaxing and charming. Some of the characters' personalities could be a bit stereotypical, but I always had a fun time. Overall, I found Dungeons of Hinterberg to be a wholesome and fun experience. I can genuinely say I enjoyed all aspects of the gameplay, and I only found myself mildly irritated at minor aspects. I would definitely recommend trying this game if you're a fan of the action-adventure genre. I am looking forward to replaying this game in the future, and potentially even trophy hunting to 100% the game. I would give this a 39 out of 43, perfect game.